The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here to this bitch. Don't mess with Texas.
Welcome back to Certified Greatness, boss, and welcome back to the Golden Prophecy. It was Petie Wheatstraw who came banging down the door of the OCW World Champion Parca in April, and it has led to this moment, without a doubt, the biggest match in this big giant man's career thus far.
You don't mix with Texas, Jake Allen. That's why we are here tonight at Certified Greatness for the second piece of the Golden Prophecy. Can Petie do the unthinkable? Can Petie dethrone Parca, El Primero? Bring it out! God damn it. Can he do the impossible, Jake Allen? I don't know. We're going to find out.
Of El Primero, Parca, the crown jewel of Archer Dillinger Enterprises. You see the pinstripe man himself. Boss, there's been a lot of drama in and around this man and that championship over the last month. But as we saw last week, the allegiances have been re-certified, if you will. With the drama behind him, Parca looking to put another head on a pike. With Petie Wheatstraw, he's beaten men much bigger than him before, and that is why he is such a respected world champion.
What is old is now new again. Reminiscent of Parca and Devil's Night in 2008, we got Parca in 2025. Heads on the pike on the throne as we go for the OCW World Heavyweight Championship. Parca, like you said, tumultuous time, got rid of basic Fightonomics, and is now looking to continue to cement his historic OCW World Championship run against the one up-and-coming Petie Wheatstraw.
And you see one of the heads on that pike was the one B-list bad boy, Max Edwards, who shocked the world by defeating Parca to end his previous reign. Of course, Parca would capture the title right back, but that is all to say that an underdog story has snuck up on El Primero in the past, and despite the size of the man standing across the ring from him, you can't say Petie Wheatstraw is anything but an underdog right now.
Fair, factual, actual, Jake Allen. Taking his time, sauntering to inside the ring, getting in the adulation. Could perhaps be the last time of the, holding the OCW World Heavyweight Championship, or could just be one more rung on the ladder, the pun, if you will, climbing the hierarchy of OCW.
I'll tell you what, right now there are only two men on the planet who think Parca deserves the grandiose, who think highly of El Parca. Nobody thinks higher than El Parca than Dennis Dillinger, and El Parca himself, very arrogant, very confident, but he backs it up. As we have seen time and time again, not just in this reign, but in previous reigns. Since El Parca broke onto the scene, championships have been synonymous with his presence. It is no different here tonight in a jam-packed CFG Bank Arena.
Over 300 plus days as OCW World Champion, Petie got a big old wall to climb. And as El Parca goes, if you don't believe in yourself, then who the hell will, other than Dennis Dillinger, perhaps?
It's that kind of belief, that kind of confidence that has amassed such a following for El Parca, and quite frankly, it's what gives Petie Wheatstraw the confidence in himself. Maybe El Parca looking past this challenger. You see the names, the figures on the back of that jacket there. Petie Wheatstraw certainly does not hold up accolade-wise. He's looking to change that here tonight. His first championship in OCW could very well be the crown jewel of them all, the OCW World Heavyweight Championship. Kyle Clark, tell the people what they've won.
Introducing the challenger. From Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, Pee-wee. And his opponent, from Mexico City, weighing in at 240 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion,
Petie Wheatstraw and El Parca for the World Heavyweight Championship. El Parca, the Grim Reaper, looking to take another soul here in Baltimore, Maryland, and continue his historic reign to Summerside and perhaps beyond. Petie Wheatstraw getting a good look at the 12.5 pounds of gold. Greg, you know what to do. Throw it up.
Woo!
You heard Kyle Clark there, from Texas, representing Texas, and maybe as big as Texas. Standing inside that ring, there is the bell, and here we go. Oh, right out of the gate, huge spear from Petie Wheatstraw. He thinks he's got a flash KO. No. Trying to shock the world and shock the champion right there, boss.
Definitely it shocked everybody in Baltimore. You also got to believe that the Underground Elite and Joe Diva are watching this match very, very intently. The temperature for the UE may impend on this match.
No doubt about it. We saw the Underground Elite, that being Eddie Ramos and Gabe Vincent, successfully defend the Tag Team Championships not that long ago. That was part one of what they're calling the Golden Prophecy. Part two will require a massive upset as El Parca lands 3 big suplexes on the much bigger Petie Wheatstraw. We talk about the speed, the technical acumen of our world champion, but he is unassumingly powerful, boss.
Oh, very much so. Very much so indeed. Parker's going to have to be on his P's and Q's. He's going to have to, like boxing, stick and move, stick and move. You know he's proficient with them arms. Petie can't lift you up if his arms ain't working, and El Parca has done that before to many a superstar bigger than him, as he's not the biggest man in the fight in OCW most of the time. Oof. Big DDT on the outside, Jake Callahan.
And I was going to say, that's a pretty wise move from Petie Wheatstraw, the pride of Texas. As soon as El Parca grabbed that arm for the first time, Petie got the hell out of the ring. But Parca followed him out, using some of that luchador background, of course. Say the pride of Texas. This man, the pride of Mexico, one of the greatest luchadors in modern pro wrestling history. Petie Wheatstraw now trying to find something. Oh, and again, caught with a DDT. We talked about the overconfidence on El Parca's side. He seems pretty locked in right now. The count out reached a 5, and Petie Wheatstraw got a little bit in his own head, caught a DDT for his troubles, and El Parca is not done.
You can't mess about when you're in the big title picture. You got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to be locked in. You got to be focused. Mistakes like these, even small, even tiny slivers of a mistake, can cost you seconds or if not minutes in a championship opportunity match against a professional like El Parca.
Petie Wheatstraw used to throwing his weight around. We know he likes to use that big Texas giant slam, just throwing bodies You're going to have to get your hands on him first. El Parca remains elusive in a big striking combination. And while Petie grabs at the jaw, I thought El Parca was going to capitalize on the limbs there, but it is Petie finally getting some measure of momentum here in the early going of this one.
Jesus, he's going to have to rely on that power. Parca is not a spring chicken. A couple of big-time slams will change the temperature for the challenger, ASAP Rocky. And just like that, you see that, Parca knows not to get slammy slam, Hood.
Elbows to the ear and a big kick to that arm. Petie Wheatstraw staying on his feet. The arm, the wrist control continuing for El Parca. And this is not the place you want to be in. El Parca has tapped out many a challenger with that armbar, that Armageddon. And right now continuing the beatdown on the challenger, Petie Wheatstraw.
We're trying to find his momentum right now, trying to get it together. Nice reversal by El Parca. Oh, I think El Parca went a little too fast, a little too big for his bridge, a little hyper speed on that, got caught with it. Jesus Christ. Like a screwdriver almost on El Parca.
Effortlessly as well. I don't know what his original plan was, but he got Parca up there very effortlessly. And again, effortless as he lifts the world champion high above his head. Stun gun on that top rope. Steel cables. Doesn't feel good.
Snack eyes, if you will. Nice counter by Petie Wheatstraw. You know, Joe D was watching this match also attentively. This could change the temperature for the future investment ladder match later on tonight. Oh.
The pressure on Joe Deaver later on tonight in the men's future investment ladder match either way, but especially if Petie Wheatstraw can continue building momentum the way he is right now, pick up a win, that golden prophecy will be in reach. Kick down low, and El Parca was there. That could have been dangerous for the champ, and a big right hand grounds El Parca the cover.
Jesus.
Petie just putting all 290 pounds of that torso on top of him for the cover. It's got to be hell to kick out of.
It's a very big man, and you see that Petie doesn't have to do much to change the temperature in this match. Nice counter by El Parca, hitting him right in the temple. Hard to see if your temple gets shot. Oh, big swing and a miss.
Here we get getting into the later stages of the match here, beginning to get elusive. El Parca starting to lean on his athleticism and his smaller frame. And now, and already you see Petie grabbing to that right arm, the one with the big elbow pad on it. That may have been a bad idea. You have given El Parca the target he has waited for. Look at the strength up on the shoulders, fireman's carry position. It was countered though. Petie Wheatstraw back in the driver's seat.
Here we go. Now it's even in this contest. Petie's feeling it a little bit, but you still gotta, doesn't matter how it goes. It matters when the red lights are on, and then as we get into the deep end, as to quote Tiberius Dupree, that's when the real game begins.
We've seen it too many times here, boss. And again, as soon as Petie has his arm targeted, he's down on the mat in a vulnerable position. He gets outside the ring, and he may catch another DDT for his troubles. Parca now
Picture perfect.
Thinking he may have KO'd the challenger, but is Petie able to kick out? Notice that was the left arm. He grabs onto it immediately as soon as he kicked out.
Gotta also remember that was dead center in the ring. Picture perfect. No rope breaks or nothing. It's all about Petie using that strength and stamina to kick out.
Can take a lot out of you, especially if you're a bigger, more powerful wrestler. Big knee and a poison Rana, dropping the challenger right on the crown of his skull. And as we have seen from El Parca over the years, just immediately going for the arm and not giving Petie any chance to cover up.
Putting that extra patent on arm is like basically putting a bullseye on that particular ligament, and that's exactly what El Parca is wont to do on that elbow and those joints and those sockets right down. Now down goes the champ, getting back to his feet. Petie favoring that arm, favoring that right arm. Has a big old bullseye on it now, Jacob.
We saw earlier El Parca, not a one-trick pony. It was actually able to utilize the dragon screw to get back on top. Trouble in Tijuana did not connect, and he dupes right into a right hand. Petie obviously still has plenty of power in those arms to knock down the champion, and now continuing to blast away at the head and neck.
Jesus Christ. And I just said it a while ago, I'll say it again.
Trouble in Tijuana.
The real game begins. The other guy. Oh my God, my Petie. Is that going to be it? Check out.
No, it could be. No. Wow, he looked like he got him in the upper torso there after countering Trouble in Tijuana. El Parca now on the back foot a little bit. I think Petie was looking for that hot iron fist a moment ago. Now again trying for the... Yep, grabbed right onto that arm, looking for the Texas Giant Slam. El Parca, one of the most studied students of the game that we have here. That's why he is such a dominant champion. Able to stay out of trouble there. And now what does he have in mind, boss?
He's staying out of trouble in Tijuana right now. Parca looks like he's going coast to coast. I remember seeing Doc Green do this back in the day. Oh, against H2O for the OCW championship. Crowd chanted, "This is awesome, Jake." OCW World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Petie Weestro, El Parca. Right now it's even Stevens between these two. But you saw the sense of urgency change in Petie as soon as those lights came on. He came here to fight.
Most of our greatest champions in history have at one time been in the situation that Petie finds himself in right now. It's all about whether you can handle business when the lights are the brightest. Here's the cover after that DDT. El Parca again not giving him any momentum.
Ooh.
Big counter there, and now another striking combination, disorienting.
Got
him! That's going to be a little bit of trouble in Tijuana. Will it be the end? No, the challenger showing that he's still got some heart. And this is where El Parca thrives. Look at him, he's circling like a shark. Big knee to the jaw, another cover, one.
Ooh. Third time was the charm for the trouble in Tijuana. Now you see Petie on roller skates on Dream Street, if you will. Out goes the champ, Jesus Christ. And out goes Petie, keeping the pace on him.
Taking the action to the outside. Petie has done a phenomenal job keeping this thing even, trying to keep Parca away from the limbs, away from the arms. Kind of showed his hand a little bit too much there. Got caught in a tiger suplex, and that is not just right on the neck, although it was. Both arms that have suffered a lot of punishment in this match were hooked there. That could not have felt good.
Definitely not good for Petie. Got a 5 count. Parca will take the count out.
No doubt about
Champion's
it.
advantage.
Head goes on the pike either way.
We got it going to 7. Maybe no. Petie's back in the ring.
Wasting no time now, looking for a big Colin Lock-esque lariat. Parca sneaking around him, and then more luchador behavior. The bridge. Oh, and that's the big, strong lower body. Those quads of Petie Wheatstraw able to muscle out, and another spear.
Got him. That gonna be
anybody's game ball, as you would say
yes,
here,
sir.
boss. As Petie trying to follow up, and he got caught. This is bad news. This is what we talked about. Petie caught in the Armageddon.
The prophecy will not be fulfilled.
The prophecy will not be fulfilled. The prophecy dies at the hand of El Parca, and we said it at the top, boss. That can happen that quickly. Trouble in Tijuana wasn't enough. But if that wasn't enough, the damage over the course of the match to the arms, the Armageddon, the reign of El Parca does not stop here in CFG Bank Arena.
It continues on to the break of dawn, so you know Joe Diva looking intently. He still has the opportunity of a lifetime if he can succeed. And if he does, is he going OCW? Is he going CCW now that Petie is out the picture? I guess we're going to find out if Joe Diva can at least fulfill the 2-for-1 special. Jake Allen.
El Parca pointing to the sky. Wait, you got somebody behind him!
Oh!
Cracked in the back of the head. Who the hell is this?
I don't know, but he might be Yakubi, and he has a chair in his hand.
What is with these hooded?
Gonna be Yakubian by the hands, at least.
El Parca ambushed from behind by an assailant.
What?
You've got to be shitting me. Is that the B-list bad boy Max Edwards? We haven't seen him in almost a year. What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but he looks pissed off, Jake Allen. Jesus Christ. We got more for you. Stay tuned.